Okay, so I'm going to tell a story of my third child. My first two births were very fast-paced and very uneventful, but this birth was completely different. So I'm going to go back to, she's 3 months old now. I'm going back to July of last year when I found out that I'm pregnant, and I am still almost exclusively breastfeeding my son, who is 14 months at the time, so that I did not get a period. So I have no idea how far along I am. And I go through, we decided to have an unassisted birth. This would be my second home birth. And we get to December, and I'm thinking that baby's coming. I'm just guessing. I'm like, January 2nd, that's my guess date. My husband's guess date is December 28th. So those dates just come and go. But back to December, my husband is like, well, I think I'm gonna have to take a business trip. And I might have to take a business trip in January. And I'm like, January? This baby's not here yet. What are you talking about? I'm gonna take a business trip. But he's like, oh, this is gonna be 3 days. I'll be 3 hours away. And things always go our way, so, baby's not coming. No way. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna think about this because there's no talking him out of it. And I'm just gonna hope baby comes before that or it just doesn't go. So we go through the whole, past January, my first two babies came right at 40 weeks, so I'm just like, okay, baby's gonna come sometime around the beginning of January. January 2nd, January 9th, January 16th, no baby. January, and I'm like, and this comes to, let me say, 2 days before she was born, January 19th. And he's like, I'm leaving tomorrow morning for this business trip. I'm like, you're serious? You're not serious, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm leaving in the morning. And it's just gonna be 3 days. Things always go away. So just, just hang on, I'll be back. And meanwhile, I'm a 3-year-old and a 1.5-year-old at home. I'm like, how am I gonna manage with these kids? I'm so tired, I'm so pregnant. I'm just like, I think I'm like 43 weeks pregnant. I'm like, how am I gonna make this? And I'm just like, he's like, just don't think about it, just like sail through it. So I'm like thinking now, okay, sail through this, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make it to Thursday or Friday when he gets back, and that's what I'm thinking. And like, okay, he leaves Tuesday morning. I go through the whole day, the night. I'm like, my kids are amazing, it was so easy. I'm like, wow, we got to the first day. I'm like, this is awesome. So I get up Wednesday, and I feel a little bit of water coming up. Just a little bit, and I'm like, that's no big deal. This happened 3 days ago, and it didn't mean anything, so I'm just like, whatever. But then, 1 minute later, I get this contraction. I'm just like, please. And I gotta go back to say, my second birth was 4.5 hours. I know I'm a fast birther, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just gonna call him. I just called him, and I'm just like, I don't know. I texted him and said, there's a little liquid coming out. Just don't worry about it. But then 10 minutes later, I'm like, I got this feeling. I'm like, I can't take care of my kids. I can't do this. I don't know why. It's just a weird feeling. And I called him and I said, I feel weird. You have to come home. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's labor, but just come home, please. And he's like, okay, I'm on the way. I'm on the way. 3 hours away, but I'm on the way. And then I knew it was labor. 10 minutes later, it was a real contraction again, and there was another one every 10 minutes, and it was like less than 10 minutes, and then I'm tracking him on my phone. I'm like, where is he? He has to be on the way here, right? Because he's getting a ride from someone, and I track him. He's still 3 hours away in the same spot. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm in labor now, and you're 3 hours away, and I'm contracting less than 10 minutes apart. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, we stopped to get gas. I'm like, it doesn't take half an hour to get gas. Get here, now. And I hang up, and I'm just like, I can't take care of my kids right now. I'm like, I get them up for breakfast, and I send them to the room with a tablet. I'm like, okay, whatever. Gate their room, and just like, they'll be fine. So, and I go to my room, I close the door, turn off the lights, I get them under my covers, and I'm just pulling it up over my head. I'm just like, just stop this process now. I'm just gonna want to go to sleep. Just let it stop. But it's not stopping. It's not helping at all. And I finally called him and said, I'm laying on my side and just like in a fetal position under the covers. And I'm like, I'm trying everything to make it stop. And he's like, run away, run away, run away. And I'm just like, he's like, you're not having this baby without me, you're not. Just tell yourself, tell your body, tell every cell in your body to hold on. And I'm just like, no, can't. And then I said, no, there every like 3 minutes. And I'm just like, I can't, I'm trying. I'm trying to hold on, I'm trying to hold on. And I call him, and I call him again, and I'm still contracting. I'm just like, and he's like, I'm like, where are you? And he's like, we're still like over an hour away. I'm like,
so wait, did you have the baby?
no, I was still in the cupboard, and I'm just like, okay, let me lay down and not think about anything. I hang up the phone. I get back under the covers, but like 1 minute later, I'm like, I have to get on all fours, and I'm like, no, I can't stop this process. I called him and said, don't hang up this phone because this baby's coming for you. I'm like, and he's like, look at this, and he like texted me a picture of the speedometer, and they're going 82, and I'm like, it's not gonna work, it's not gonna help. Just slow down and get here in one piece. And he's just like, no, you're having this baby, are you? And it's like, yeah, I'm really having this baby right now. I reach inside, I can feel her hand, and I'm like, I can feel the baby's head. You're not making it. And he's just like, okay, you can do this. You know, we've done this before, and he's great. And I'm like, I know I can do it. And my kids are just in the next room watching videos, and then like, I'm like having a baby, just like that. And I'm like, nope. And I'm talking through the whole thing. I said, I love you, and I feel her. I'm like, the baby, I didn't know if it was a word or actually. I'm just like, baby's head, and then I'm like, well, the baby's head's out, and I'm just waiting for another contraction. He's like, what are you doing? He's just like, you know, I could be just like having a regular conversation with you, and you have a baby like hanging out in your body, you realize this? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just waiting. And it took a while to get another contraction. I'm like, what's going on here? What's happening? And after a few minutes, got the other contraction, I pushed her out, and I said, it's a girl, and she doesn't have a name because we didn't have a girl name, but she's here, and she's perfect, and I'm just gonna wait for you now. And it was amazing. It was